Okay. Welcome to another week of Black Jade Society's book club. We are really more here for community and discussing cool things that we're all into, but right now we're reading A Field Guide to Lucid Dreaming. And we are on chapter 7. And I'm just going to jump right in. It's called Keeping a Dream Journal. Oh, by the way, I'm here with Skylar and Miana. I don't know who else is here with us today. All right. Keeping a Dream Journal, Chapter 7. Great explorers always keep a log of their adventures. Lewis and Clark kept a journal as they ventured into the American frontier. Charles Darwin retold the tale of his time on the HMS Beagle. Even Captain Kirk and his had his star-dated captain's log. A pioneer's mission was to catalog the details of a foreign land. They noted the features of the landscapes, the attitudes of the locals, and the twists and turns of various adventures. As explorers, we will do the same. Keeping a dream journal is not about writing down the foggy memories of a nighttime slumber, but about recounting the story of one's experiences from a completely other world. Just like Lewis and Clark, just like Darwin and Captain Kirk, we will be venturing into a new world. Unfortunately, we can't bring back any samples, t-shirts, or shot glasses. The only souvenirs that can be retrieved are our memories, what can be written with pen and paper. Improve dream recall. Experts say that people typically forget more than 50% of their dreams within 5 minutes of waking up. Within 10 minutes, 90% is lost. This is why it's important not only to write down your dreams, but also to do so as soon as you wake up. Funny enough, writing down your dreams is also the single most effective way to recall them. By recording them, you're essentially saying, hey, subconscious, dreams are important. I'm writing them down because I want to remember them. It may sound counterintuitive, but this is an extremely common occurrence. Just by keeping a dream journal, you will naturally begin to remember longer, more vivid dreams, and all you have to do is pick up a pen. Write in the present tense. When expanding on your dreams, write in the present tense as if you're currently experiencing it. For example, the polar bear is staring at me straight in the eye. He bends down and hands me a cupcake. Writing and thinking in the present will put your mind back into the dream and allow you to recall more detail. Title your dreams. After you write your dreams down, go back and give them a title. Pick something that sums up the essence of the trip, such as Midnight Snack with Polar Bear or The Joyful Parade. This practice will help later on when you interpret the dream. It'll also help you find old dreams when you're searching for them. Notes. Make a note of whether you were lucid or not by putting the word lucid at the top left corner of your entry. Write down what triggered your lucidity, how long it lasted, what you did, and any useful tips you learned that will help with later lucid adventures. There's a little quote here I'm going to read, or it's like a little snippet right there. I woke up one morning to find I had written a keyword down. The name of one of my professors from college. Surprised I dreamed about him, I wondered why he was on my mind, since I hadn't spoken to him in over 4 years. 3 days later, I got an email from, you guessed it, my professor. Taking this as a direct sign from my dreams to meet with him, I told him about the coincidence of him being in my dreams, just days before. We met for coffee and he gave me some very helpful advice, actually on writing this book. If I had been too lazy to write his name down in the middle of the night, I would have forgotten this dream and the experience would not have happened. Thomas P. Yes, that's one of the authors of this book. Finding meaning behind our dreams. A dream is an answer to a question we haven't learned to ask. Those words were spoken by Special Agent Dana Scully, the skeptical FBI agent from the X-Files. But the concept isn't paranormal. Freud, Jung, and the other founders of modern psychology all insist that dreams mean something. They reveal to us insights about ourselves and our lives. Whether lucid or not, our dreams reflect the inner workings of our psyche and can be highly useful in learning more about ourselves. By keeping a dream journal, you can see things about yourself that you normally dismiss with your everyday waking mind. Health issues can pop up in our dreams long before we see symptoms in the waking world. Our relationships sneak into the plot of our dreams and reveal our true feelings, both good and bad. Drifting up to the surface are habits we need to look at, patterns we keep repeating, guidance for everyday problems, and beneficial changes we need to make in order to improve our lives. A dream journal records all of this, displaying the buried secrets that our dreams exhume. Think of your dream journal as the spark notes to your inner world. Many of us see dreams as puzzles, little riddles to be solved. We buy dream dictionaries to understand their meaning. Well, it's time to throw away your dream dictionary. It'll do more good in the local landfill. Recycle. The fact is, the dream belongs to the dreamer. Dreams are very personal, intimate things. An apple to us is not an apple to you. An apple to us 5 years ago is different from our present day association with an apple. We believe that you and you alone are the final authority on what your dreams mean. What do you think they are saying? Learning from our dreams. Aristotle said that the insights available from dreams were like objects reflected in water. When the water is calm, the forms are easy to see. When the water is agitated, that is, when the mind is emotionally disturbed, the reflections become distorted and meaningless. The more the mind can be still before sleep, said Aristotle, the more the dreamer can learn. If you go to bed calm, the memories of your dreams will be clearer come morning. Dream signs, triggers for lucid dreams. As you jot down more of your nighttime adventures, you'll notice that you often dream about very similar things. For example, you might have frequent dreams about your sister, your pet, the ocean, school, snakes, anything. These recurring dream elements are called dream signs, and they're a powerful stepping stone to lucid dreams. Even now, without knowing it, your dreams contain certain people, events, locations, and situations that pop up again and again, dream after dream. Once you identify those personal dream signs, they will essentially act as landmarks in the dream world, a great way to achieve lucidity. Find your dream signs. Keep a journal for a few weeks and you'll begin to see patterns. A dream sign is personal to you. You might have recurring dream signs that's been with you your whole life, such as a fear of snakes. They might change frequently as you yourself change. My new boss, find a highlighter, read through your dream journal, and start underlining the objects, places, people, and themes that pop up more than once. A large mansion, owls, my brother Joe, the park, embarrassment. Keep a list of all these dream signs. Locating and identifying dream signs will train your subconscious to spot them the next time they appear. If you recognize that you often dream about your old girlfriend, for example, you can use this as a trigger for becoming aware that you're dreaming. Tell yourself before bed, the next time I see my ex-girlfriend, I will realize that I am dreaming. Knowing that your dreams speak a familiar language with recurring places, people, or themes will be one of the easiest ways to recognize that you're dreaming. Discovering a natural world. In January 1832, the HMS Beagle drifted through the Atlantic, meandering around volcanic islands until it finally docked in the archipelago of Cape Verde, off the west coast of Africa. Its passengers stepped in onto the rocky islands and began examining and cataloging its natural life. Charles Darwin, a young man of 23, walked along the shore. He wrote about one of his findings that day, an octopus that changed colors like a chameleon. He must have stared at it with awe as the creature's flesh transformed from yellow to green to red. If writing down your dreams feels like a chore, try to shift your approach. Imagine that you are crafting a book of tales from a completely different dimension. The log of a pioneer, because in essence, that is exactly what you are doing. You are an explorer, and the uncharted terrain is your own inner universe. As your dream journal grows, so will your relationship with your dreams. You will soon be dreaming more, having longer and richer dreams, and a wonderful list of common themes and symbols will start to take shape. Hey, you may even learn a thing or two about yourself along the way. That is the end of that chapter.
I won't learn nothing about me.
No inner work. Nothing.
Nada. I've learned enough already.
Do you have any common dream themes of like embarrassment or anything like that come up?
So I've never drunk and drove. That's how you say that, right? I don't drink and drive, but I have a reoccurring nightmare where I drink and drive and I kill somebody by side swiping them in between two cars.
That is a nightmare. I just keep having recurring dreams that people are betraying me.
Yeah,
in various
no.
ways.
I
But
don't know
yours
what
is
it means. I don't know what it means. Oh, I also have one where I do commit murder, like, and I'm running from the law. So I don't know what's going on with my webcam. What's going on with?
It would be nice if it was working.
Yeah, I don't.
There it is.
I don't know what happened. It was on, and then it just decided to shut off. I guess I don't know. But yeah,
I remember one specific nightmare I had of betrayal was that I walked into a bar, and you were there having a Black Jade Society event without me, and I was so sad.
Ouch.
How could you?
welcome to Black Jade Society. I'm your host, Skylar. Don't worry about
Oh, and
Chrissy.
also, I own this venue, and I was like, how? I was so
Yeah,
upset.
I don't own a venue in New Jersey, so
Ouch.
no. But I have one where like I murder someone and I'm like running from the law, and like I've got to figure out how to like cover up the fact that I murdered someone. I don't know. It never ends well. It's always like, oh nope. See, this is why you can't murder people in real life, because if you do,
You'll get caught.
then you got to worry about all this stuff.
And not to mention the moral failings,
Yeah, of course. That part.
not just getting caught.
Yeah, I'm not. What? Of course. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm like, yeah, I'm here with you.
Oh, I thought, okay. So let me see the summary of this one. Writing down your dreams, the most effective ways to remember them. Okay. And it does seem like a chore, so I'm probably not going to do it. But I'll just think about my dreams a lot harder after I wake up.
Well, I'm not gonna do this because
I already got a lot of
So-
work to do.
What I do is I just like wake my sleepy ass up just enough to like mumble a voice memo into my phone, and then I just go back to bed.
Oh, yes, you had said that. That's a good idea. Last week you said that. Text yourself or send yourself a note, right?
Yeah, like a voice memo or
I
something.
got to start doing that. Do you remember your first or one of your first dreams as a child?
no.
Yes.
What's
Oh,
yours?
and it was good.
Tell me.
So there's actual like a couple ones that really stick with me from being around 3 or 4 years old. And the first one is I went into the bathroom where a washer and dryer were. And of course, I'm a little kid, so the washer's like bigger than I am. And I go up to the washer to get my clothes, and all of a sudden the washing machine starts talking, and it's like, hi, if you don't pull yourself away from me in, I think it was like 20 seconds, I'm going to eat you alive. And suddenly, like, my body was glued to the washing machine, and I'm sitting there, I'm like 4, and I'm like trying to reason with this washing machine. I'm like, dude, you're not a magnet. I don't have any metal on me. Like, just let me go see my dad. What's wrong with you?
Oh, little kid logic trying to get out of that situation.
And then it like sucked me in, but then it decided I didn't taste good, so it spat me back out.
Oh my God.
And then like this tiger came and rescued me. This like big astral tiger came like running in and rescued me. It
That's
was
awesome.
the weirdest, it was the weirdest thing. And then another one, I woke up. It was such a real dream because I was lucid dreaming in this one.
Oh,
I woke up and I was like, it was like normal morning, time to get up, sun's streaming in. I can hear my dad in the kitchen arguing with someone, which was like abnormal. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get up. Of course, I wasn't like, what the fuck when I was 4, but like the 4-year-old version of that.
yes.
So I go in the kitchen and my dad is in the kitchen arguing with 2 baboons over a bottle of extra virgin olive oil. And finally,
Totally
like
get it.
my dad just gets so mad, he just smashes the bottle on his head. And then it's just like, here, lick it off of me. And then I woke up.
Oh my God, that's
I
weird.
will say
Yeah.
the 4-year-old version of what the fuck is what the fuck. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because we are all little bad kids running around, you know.
Yeah,
We
my
thought we were
bad kid.
so cool.
My bad kid can't
Like
say her
that.
F's, so she always says, "What the suck."
What the suck? That's funny. Yeah, they like ate the glass. But yeah, so those are my 4-year-old dreams for you, Chrissy.
Now the
Wow.
35-year-old, 36-year-old version of what the fuck is what the French toast because you don't want to
Yeah.
cuss around your kids.
Yes, exactly.
I know what's up.
I just let myself be myself around my kids. For better or for worse.
What are the fubbles?
What the faboose?
My first dream that I can remember was I was going swimming in my little 3-foot pool with my sister, and like the giant from Mickey Mouse, the Mickey Mouse movie or whatever. Do
There
you know
goes
what I mean?
again. There goes my I don't know what's going
There you
on with
go.
it. It's I need
That's
a new
good.
one, I guess.
Anyway, the Mickey Mouse giant, the guy who's like eating the grapes, he came up from the middle of my pool with a dragon. He was like riding a dragon, and we had to like run into my house to safety. And I was like so scared. It's like not that scary as Miana's. Miana's are awful.
Yeah.
I have. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying they're horrible. They're bad.
I guess. I think they're like mildly terrifying, but also like funny. Maybe I'm just messed up in the head.
No,
Have
they
I-
are fun,
have I-
especially the baboons licking it off of him. Like, here you go.
That was weird. And then they like ate the glass. Have either of you heard of parallel dreaming?
Which is what?
So I had an experience. This is an adult dream. I did not know what parallel dreaming was. It was actually my husband was like, yeah, that's parallel dreaming. I had a dream. It was a lucid dream where I was walking through the woods. It was the most peaceful dream in the world. I was literally just taking a walk through the woods. And in dream time, I was walking for hours. And then all of a sudden I see a clearing and I see smoke in the clearing, and I come out into the clearing and I see a church on fire with a girl running out of the church being chased by a priest, being chased by a soccer mom, being chased by a little boy. And I was like, what the heck? So I woke up. And then the next day, a fellow Marine comes over and is like, dude, you're not going to believe the dream I had last night that you were in. And I'm like, let me guess, you were running out of a burning church. And she was like, yes. And then you came out of the woods and looked like you were like shocked and just like trying to get out of there and like confused as hell. And yeah, in her dream, she was in a church with a mom, her son, and a priest. The priest tried to convert her. She tried to like rebel against the priest, set the church on fire, and then the next part's what you guys just heard. But my husband said that that's called parallel dreaming. And it fascinates me because I don't think I've ever had that happen since.
Like, what does that mean that can
linked
happen?
coma. It's a linked coma.
Because I've also had an experience like that, but the person was like messaging me, was like, have you had a dream about me and bombs on the beach? And I was like, yes, I had just had that dream, but I was like not going to message them and tell them. But like I dreamt that, and we were all going under the ocean to safety into like these little caverns. And I was like worried about the rest of my family because I was not with like my siblings, but it was like a long time ago. Like it was me in the past I was dreaming about. So I don't know, maybe it was like another timeline or something like that.
Ooh. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Then there it goes again. My webcam just keeps shutting off, just willy-nilly.
Blue, are you listening in? I'm asking if Nick, are you listening? Are you here with us? I was going to ask if you had any dream
Lucid
experiences
dreams.
you wanted to share. He has had lucid dreams.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, yeah, lucid dreams, they don't last very long. I try to stay in them as long as I can, but you were saying about your earliest dream, and my earliest dream, I remember I saw my dad crossing the street and he got hit by a car. And then all of a sudden, like, he didn't die. He his body just like fell apart and a bunch of like robot parts were in there. And I remember that like was super terrifying.
Yeah, that's terrifying. I wonder if that has to do with the fact that your dad wasn't around that much when you were little and you were like afraid of things happening to him and him just being a robot.
It's all nightmares. Everybody's earliest dream.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have any good dreams to share?
I don't
Yes,
have
let me-
good dreams.
I do.
All of my
I just
dreams
have
are
to
like fighting or running.
Are we live?
get-
Yeah,
Hi.
Hi. Sorry I'm late to the party, guys.
that's okay.
You're
Thank you.
fine.
Nobody's
for coming.
camera's working. Everybody who's talking, everybody's camera is off.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
This
What's
thing
that?
keeps turning off her cameras. I don't know what's going on.
Let's
Okay.
see.
A good dream. I have a few written down.
We're talking about our first dreams, and then now we're on to good dreams if we have any. I think a good dream would be eating. I never get to eat in my dreams.
It's because it's illegal.
My kid says that every time she's about to like have a feast in her dream, she'll take a big bite and she wakes up right before she can bite it. She's so mad.
Okay. I don't know if this is a good dream, but it's not a bad dream. It's just weird, and I laugh about it every time I think about it because of what my husband does in it. My husband and I were we found a wonderful house with land that we wanted to buy, and it was within our budget. But there was like this weird kind of like quirky feel to the property, like a absence of something important. But there were like these two nice tables or like tubs. They were tubs with jets. My dream writing is horrible. There were these two nice tubs with jets. The other one had like a back massager, so like I could get in the tub and it would massage my back. There was like a nice kitchen and like a nice furnished basement. Outside there was a large yard, and in the neighbor's yard there was a pool. I like in the dream I looked over to see if we might have one, but I saw like nothing that resembled a pool, but I found something that resembled like a concrete or stone, like above ground cistern. So I was like, okay, so I go over to this cistern, and I found that it was filled with this mixture of gravel and sand and water, but the stone was floating, and there was like algae and plant matter and like sebum in it. And there was this golden retriever puppy just swimming around happy, but like looking kind of tired. And then like suddenly children came out of nowhere and gathered around and were like, hey, let's play with the puppy. And I'm like, this is weird, I guess. So I go back towards the house to discuss the finances of buying the property, only to discover that my husband had bought $1,111 or $1,110 worth of beef in various cuts. I became concerned about how all the beef would affect our budget, but we didn't fight. I just stared at the beef and then woke up.
Where's the beef?
I don't know. That's what I'm
No.
wondering, because it was such good beef, Skylar. It was beautiful.
Oh.
Wasted beef.
The webcam loves me today. It just
What's
keeps cutting
going
off.
on?
I don't know.
It's the retrograde.
It is a retrograde.
Retrograde.
Yeah, we got
Mercury
all these
retrograde,
things.
and there's like 3 other planets in retrograde too.
It's like all of them.
How's that affecting my webcam though?
It makes
Mercury.
electronics go wonky.
My webcam is the only thing that I've experienced go wanky.
Well, wanky, my car battery needed a new car battery on the way to wherever the hell I was going to Franklin Institute, which Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, it's a museum, interactive. I went when I was 8 years old a couple times, like for a class trip, and I went back now that I'm 37 with my children, and they're all the same exact exhibits. And like, have there been no more discoveries in 30 years-ish that we have to have the same jacked, messed up, not taking care of? Okay, I'm just mad. Don't go to the Franklin Institute, anybody. Just get a cheesesteak in Philly. It's all it's good for now. Back to dreams. Sorry, everybody.
Cheesesteak.
I do love a good cheesesteak.
Me too.
Scott, you had a good cheesesteak. Was that your first Philly cheesesteak when we went and had our event in Philadelphia?
The first cheesesteak I've had in actual Philadelphia
Your first authentic cheesesteak,
Oh
Ben?
my god. No, I've had they're authentic other places too.
I've had pizza in the South.
Yeah, Hunt's Brothers is great.
I don't know what that is.
It's found at like every gas station on the south side of town.
That's what Blue said. My husband said that pizza in the South is just gas station pizza. And I said,
Not all of them.
that's not true. And
That's
now
not
Skylar
true.
says it is true. I'm just kidding.
I did not say that. I said,
No.
Signed, sealed, delivered by Skylar.
yep. That's what I
But-
said. Oh my god, I'm not turning it back on. I'm done.
Hunt's Brother Pizza is like it's a chain that's located in a lot of gas stations around here.
Oh,
You can go and get like a pizza fully loaded for like $12.
A breakfast pizza.
Yeah, those are good too.
Domino's briefly had a breakfast pizza. I was watching a food history. I really like food, apparently. I just can't stop talking about it.
You just now
Like-
figuring this out?
I was watching, as I was doing all my work today, I was watching diners, drive-ins, and dives, which he never goes to drive-ins, right? Why is it called that? Anyway, Guy Fieri and me have been hanging out all day talking about food as I do my work. So, food.
Food for
I'm
thought.
a foodie too.
Here's something gross with food. I took a pepper out my garden today and I bit it, and I looked and there were bugs on it. And I'm going to be haunted by that forever. So make sure
Yeah,
you
bugs.
wash your fruit first and your veggies first. They were weird little bugs. I don't want to talk about it further. I plan to not say anything.
And here you are.
Here I am telling all.
It's about food, so she must discuss it.
Yes, I have to. I'm Italian. Mamma mia.
My, here I go again.
Since you're a foodie, do you watch the Pasta Queen?
What was that?
Oh my
The
fucking
pasta-
god.
The Pasta Queen.
No, I don't. I don't even know what that is. Now I feel like
Look
A
on
poser.
YouTube and look for the Pasta Queen. She's an Italian woman who makes like homemade pasta, but she's really dramatic about it and so Italian. It is great.
okay. I think I like it already. I'm going to look into it.
So, what was the question though?
What were our questions were asking what everybody's first dream was, if they can remember.
The first room I can remember, I was on a battlefield and I was a young child. And it was like knights and like other like epic warriors, like I don't know, knights, samurai, and then like World War II kind of battle, like machine guns and stuff. And there was just carnage everywhere around me, and I was the only one alive. Everybody else was dead. And there was an owl in a tree, the only tree in the whole place. There was a little owl in it. And it was not like a nice looking owl. It was like a mean looking owl, like pretty scary.
Nasty owl.
And it had glowing red eyes. And it looked at me and said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you," or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what it said, but it said something like that was supposed to be comforting, right? I was terrified.
Oh my God. That seems more like it was an omen or like a dream. I don't know, demon. I don't know. That seems like it was significant in some way, doesn't it?
Significantly scary.
Mm-hmm. Christina, have you told us your earliest dream? I don't remember.
No, I haven't. The earliest dream that I can remember has actually been a repetitive dream I've had through my life. And I had it as a child. So I had the earliest spiritual thing I can remember is when I had my near-death experience at 3. And then afterward was when I started having this dream. So I was like 4. But imagine me like 4 and then like through my life. Okay, growing through my preteens, teens, all of it. I have this repeat dream where I just see a dark tunnel and I see the light at the end of the tunnel. But then it's like it warps from a tunnel into like a hallway. And then there's all these doors on the left and on the right. And I get to them, some of them open to nothing. Some of them open to like the most beautiful like garden, like the Garden of Eden or the Garden of Babylon. And some of them sometimes I go to open the doors and nothing opens and I just keep going, keep running, keep running. But I get to a point where I know, like, I can feel something's behind me. I know something's behind me. And so then it like scares me, you know, it makes me want to push more forward and keep going. And like, again, sometimes I get empty doors. There's been several times where the entity that's followed me has shown his face, or where I've gone and I've tripped and it's gotten to where like it goes and starts to claw at my ankles and scratches down my ankles and things like that. But that dream is basically kind of like the same repetitive dream that I've had in different situations through my life. And it's interesting how it changes and evolves as I'm going through different things. But as a kid, like as a little girl, I can remember going down this hallway and like hearing something like an angelic type voice and like family like beckoning at me kind of at the end of the tunnel, you know, like, you know, keep going, keep pushing forward, almost like my ancestors. They're like, you know, keep pushing forward, you know, but always feeling like something was right behind me, right? I was right within that grasp of something.
Ooh, that's scary. That's very scary.
I've had that. I've had very freaky dreams. When it's come to like realistic type dreams, I get deja vu moments almost often, like quite frequently. When it comes to happy dreams, one of the coolest dreams and happiest dreams I can remember was I was chilling on the beach. I've got a coconut drink in one hand, a blunt in the other. You know, I'm in a hammock. I'm in this cove. It's like crystal blue, beautiful water, you know, and I'm hearing seagulls everywhere. And then people are saying, there's whales. There was whales. And out like in the ocean, you can see all these killer whales in the tropics. And this one comes close enough up to where it's like there's babies and they're letting other people pet them and touch them and stuff like that. And so I go up and I'm petting, you know, this killer whale. And then they're doing all these tricks and flips and stuff out in the water. We're swimming out with them. And then I woke up.
That's
so
awesome.
That was pretty cool.
That's a wonderful dream. I wish I could have a dream like that.
No, instead you dream about food a lot, huh?
Yes, that's
Or
okay.
the absence of
I do.
food.
Yeah. Food and betrayal are my dreams. Running and fighting. I'm always running and fighting in my dreams. I don't know. They say you play out a lot of your fears and stuff. So
yeah, and that's true.
I'm a happy-go-lucky person during the day, so I guess my dreams are all turmoil.
I guess so.
You're really not turning your mic back on?
My mic is on.
I mean, your video.
Dude, I've turned it on 80 million times. It's
I'm
just
the only one with my video on, so I feel like all the stories and I'm just gonna be my reaction to everyone telling their stories.
I've tried. I gotta get a different webcam or something. I gotta troubleshoot.
It's okay.
So this is better next week.
I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight.
Okay.
All right, so let me just say this. We have so far this book and this book. They're both available in paperback now. You can get them on Amazon or in our Etsy shop. Look for Black Jade Society. Just search Black Jade Society, or you can go to blackjade.org. So anyway.
That's ORG.
Yes. .org. It sounded like you said something else.
Nope.
Talk about the hoodies too.
Oh, right. We have our new hoodies out. And they're Memento Mori hoodies. Remember, you must die or you'll die. It's like a...
Remember death?
They're very cool. Yes. They're very cool. Go check them out. They're featured on the first page of Etsy on September 3rd because they're so cool. So go take a look. Black Jade Society on Etsy and blackjade.org. Thank you for tuning in today. We'll be here next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. sharp, to read more of a field guide to lucid dreaming and to hang out.
How many more chapters do we have on this one before next
Let me
week?
check real quick. I don't know. This is how far I am. I read this much. and I have this much more to go.
Oh, that's informative.
I'm on chapter 8, and I have to get to at least chapter like 17,
We
21.
got about 2 inches left.
2 inches left of this book, so
That's an accurate. That's how most book readers will tell you how much book they have left. 2 inches.
yeah, in inches. All right, let's end this